Yes, the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network.
On a hot, humid, sticky Wednesday evening here in Houston, it is time for baseball as the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. Tonight, it's the New York Yankees against the Houston Astros in Game 3 of a 4-game set from Minute Maid Park here in Houston, Texas. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Yankees baseball along with David Cohn and John Flaherty. I'm Michael Kay. What a game last night. Yankees won by a score of 4-0, and the big blow in the game was a 3-run home run in the 9th inning by Gary Sanchez. But if you've been watching Yankee baseball for the last week, that is not an unusual thing. He's been getting big hits.
Been getting big hits lately after a tough start to the season. Things are heating up for Gary Sanchez. And you look back Thursday against the Twins, a walk-off 3-run home run for Sanchez. You know there's going to be plenty more of those in his career. And then you go out to Sunday against the Angels. Game is tied in the 4th, not tied any longer. A long 2-run home run from Gary Sanchez. And then last night with that finish to dead central, a 3-run home run. Gary Sanchez on fire lately.
And this guy's numbers at the beginning of the year were not very good. First 9 games hitting .056, a home run, and 3 ribbies, no slugging percentage to speak of. And the last 17, he's close to 300, 7 home runs, 24 ribbies, and a .716 slugging percentage. So the Yankees have split the first 2 games of the series, and they've gotten good pitching. Bit of bad news, though, in the Yankee universe. Despite winning 10 of 11, Yankees found out today that Jordan Montgomery, who had to lead the game after 1 inning yesterday, has a flexor strain problem in his left elbow. He's going to be out close to 2 months. We'll talk about that more once the game begins. Now let's take a look at the pitching matchup in this game, brought to you by People's United Bank N.A. Dallas Keuchel, who has always bedeviled the Yankees, he gets the start for the Astros. He has not pitched that great this year, 1-4 in 4 starts. Luis Severino in 6 starts, 4-1, 2.61. David, he has been the ace.
He has. You want to know what an ace looks like? It looks like that. Very confident on the mound, and I guess I'd be confident too if I could throw the ball 98 miles an hour with that kind of a slider. And to me, that's a more improved slider than we saw last year, throwing it to both sides of the plate. He's got a swagger, and rightly so.
You know, people worry about the Yankee starters, but the Yankee starters this season, they've done their job. 13 wins, 3rd in the American League. ERA is 4th. Opponent's batting average is 3rd. Home runs allowed 2nd only to the Astros staff, who allows 0.92 per 9 innings. But yesterday, it wasn't about the starters. Because of the injury to Montgomery, it was all about the relievers. 8 shutout innings, giving Sanchez the chance to be a hero. Della Betances will talk to Meredith Marakovitz when we return right here on Yes.
I'm Meredith Morakovitz alongside Dylan Betances. Dylan, the bullpen was leaned on heavily last night. You guys went 8 scoreless innings, striking out 13 along the way. Is there a tremendous amount of pride as a unit when you can go out there and put up zeros?
Yeah, I mean, after the game, when you're out there shaking hands with your teammates after a huge win like that, you know, you feel good about it, obviously. Unfortunate situation when Montgomery going down early, but her mom stepped up and did a tremendous job, and then the rest of the guys just try to do the best they can as well.
You did not allow a run for the 3rd straight appearance. What's been clicking for you on the mound?
You know, I feel like I'm mixing my pitches, maybe a better pitch sequence here and there, and you know, trying to stay on the attack. You know, I felt good all year. You know, I just feel like at times you know, I'll get beat with one pitch here and there, and you know, I'm just trying to be constant of making better pitches when I'm out there, and it's been helping me.
Do you guys feel as a group like you're in a better rhythm right now?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a little warmer, so I think the whole team as a group are feeling a lot better. But, you know, obviously for me, you know, I feel good at this point. You know, the bullpen been doing a really good job of trying to, you know, limit the runs and, you know, limit base runners. I think that's one of the keys to being successful, obviously, in the bullpen. So we're trying to do the best we can at that.
Dylan, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Plenty more to come here on the Yes Network. When we get back, Michael Kay will be joined by David Cohn and John Flaherty. First pitch coming your way after the break.
By People's United Bank, where the technology is as helpful as the people. Well, for the second time in 3 games, as you can see, the roof is open here at Minute Maid, and some of the locals are surprised they're keeping it open, but they certainly are. Once it gets to be summertime here, it's going to be locked shut. It gets too hot, obviously, to play the game. It's a little hot and sticky tonight, but not so much that they don't have the roof open. It was closed yesterday as the Yankees won that game by a score of 4-0. So the Astros won the first game 2-1, 2 more games to go. Dallas Keuchel will head to the field along with his Astro teammates, and we're going to take a look at the Yankee lineup that will face the Astros left-hander. The Yankees come in at 19-10. They've won 10 of their last 11 games. Aaron Hicks will lead off. He'll play center. Brett Gardner the day off against the lefty. Aaron Judge in right will bat second. Hitting third, the shortstop, Didi Gregorius. Giancarlo Stanton, he's in left field. He'll clean up. Look what he's done against left-handers this season. .333, 5 extra base hits, 7 runs batted in. The DH is Gary Sanchez. Tyler Austin at first base will bat 6th. Batting 7th, playing third base, Miguel Andujar. Austin Romine back behind the plate, bats 8th. Batting 9th and playing second base, it's Gleyber Torres.
Well, that lineup for the New York Yankees, they're going to face left-hander Dallas Keuchel, and you see from his numbers, kind of off to a slow start. 1-4 with a 4 ERA. We'll look at our pitcher scanner report on Keuchel. He has amazing numbers against the Yankees. A 1.59 ERA, and that's the lowest since 1920 against the Yankees. And he's done a great job limiting the long balls. 62 1/3 innings, no home runs against the Yankees. And coming off kind of a rough outing, 6 runs in 7 innings his last time out, and very uncharacteristic for him. He gave up 3 home runs in that game.
And how about this to build on the numbers against the Yankees? In his career against the Yankees, including the postseason, 9 games, 9 walks, 70 strikeouts, and has not allowed a home run. Let's take a look at the Astros defense, which is presented by Geico. Gonzalez, Fisher, and Reddick left to right in the outfield. In the infield, it's Bregman, Correa, Altuve, and Gurriel. That's third to first. Stassi behind the plate, and Keuchel is on the mound. So the Yankees 19-10, the Astros are 20-11. And Aaron Hicks gets the leadoff slot today against the tough left-hander who's having a strange season for him to see him at 1-4 with a 4.00. Hicks is ready, Keuchel's ready. Now let's do it here in Houston. And the first pitch is a strike. We are underway. Alfonso Marquez is the home plate umpire. Jim Reynolds at first, John Tumpane at second, and the crew chief, Mark Wegner, is over at third. Grounded softly, left side. Bregman, bare hands, fires, and they just get Hicks.
Well, this is what Dallas Keuchel does when he's on top of his game. Some weak contact, and he's going to need some of his defenders to help him out. And Bregman makes a great play to start out this game defensively, getting Hicks by half a step.
He made that look easy, and we've mentioned before, and Michael's mentioned as well. I mean, they really have an infield full of shortstops, and that was a shortstop-like play.
That'll bring up Judge. A lot of good things got obscured yesterday by the Sanchez home run, but Judge's single against Giles started it off. The double then by Gregorius set up the inning, and then Sanchez capped it off with the 3-run home run.
Well, what a change for this Yankee lineup tonight, facing Keuchel, who's a soft thrower. He relies on movement. He'll cut it, he'll sink it, change-ups, breaking balls. You had Verlander and Charlie Morton dominating.
Both games, the Astro pitching struck out 14 Yankees. Now, Verlander did it himself yesterday over 8 innings. The 2-1, right back to Keuchel. 2 outs. Let's look at the game time weather presented by Bigelow Tea. It's 83 degrees. They usually close the roof at 80, but they're keeping it open tonight. 63% humidity, 16 miles per hour is the wind. Partly cloudy, muggy, and warm.
You have a lot of information about this roof, huh?
Listen, I do my homework, John. It's an important part of this.
An architecture buff.
Here's Didi Gregorius. Now you can see that Didi's bunting of late has changed the way defenses play against him. They usually have 3 infielders stacked on the right side. That's not the case right here. You've got Correa shaded up the middle, but he is on the shortstop side. And on that first pitch, Bregman was in on the grass. So that opens up some room to maybe get a base hit on the right side.
It's a good point, Michael. A direct adjustment to what Didi's been showing. That's always been my point, Flash, on the shift. It's up to the hitters to adjust.
Sure.
Been some talk about banning the shift in baseball, and you know, all you have to do is do this a few times, and that'll get their attention, and it certainly has. And almost kind of a punch bunt style, you know, just get a little mustard on it, get it down the line. It doesn't have to be perfect.
1-2. Still 1-2. He was just named Player of the Month, and that includes the couple of days in March at the start of the season. The first Yankee to win the first Player of the Month since Robinson Cano in 2010. One, 2. 2-2.
That's a pitch right there that I was told Keuchel is going to more this year, elevating fastballs in the zone because the book on him is look down. He really dominates the lower part of the strike zone, getting all those ground balls.
Popped up on the left side, long run for Bregman. And he can't make the play and flies into the stands. See if he's okay. Looks like he's okay.
A little Derek Jeter going into the crowd there, but not able to make the play. He's got a look on his face that he's not feeling 100% though.
That's a scary play for any baseball fan, but especially Astros fans to see this low bridge. Never forget Jeter popping up with blood down his face.
Punched out the other way. It's a foul ball.
Didi's been a lot more patient this year drawing some walks, but you could tell his attitude against Keuchel. I'm going up there swinging. Everything is going to be around the strike zone. A couple of different ways to approach Keuchel. Really wait for a mistake and not swing at his corner pitches, or go up there and just be aggressive. And Didi's swinging the bat early.
Line drive. Beautiful piece of hitting by Gregorius as he picks up a single. 2-out single for Didi.
I guess that aggressive approach worked, right? He finally got a mistake, and you're right, Michael. When a lefty on a lefty just slaps it the other way, just looks so pretty. That was that cut fastball, which I was also told is a pitch he's kind of getting beat up on this year. Giving up some more home runs on the cutter.
Saw Didi working on that swing in BP today and just shouting out Ichiro's name.
Stanton takes upstairs 1-0.
We'll pay attention to this matchup. I mentioned Keuchel elevating more fastballs this year than in the past, and that's what opposing pitchers have done against Stanton.
Sanchez's home run yesterday kind of deodorized the at-bat that Stanton had before it with the infield in second and third, and he just couldn't get the job done. And we all forgot about that when Sanchez hit the home run. But Stanton has struggled in the first 2 games, 3 strikeouts in each. That one is driven out to right field and deep. Reddick on the run, turning, looking. Gone! A home run for Giancarlo Stanton. Going the other way. And the Yankees lead 2-0.
Well, there's the first ever home run for a New York Yankee against Dallas Keuchel. You can see how excited Stanton is. Numbers against left-handed pitching have been better than against righties. And you love the approach. Everything going the other way and just driving a line drive out of here, an early 2-0 lead.
Sixth home run for Stanton, now has 17 runs batted in. Yankees have a 2-0 lead for Severino. And here is Sanchez. There's a strike.
A lower half driving towards right center and keeps that front shoulder a little bit more closed than we've seen lately. Great result.
Not a bad pitch, but the difference between thigh high and knee high gives Stanton just enough. The fan.
Yankee fan, too.
Yeah, Yankee fan. Where's your glove?
This is the first time the Yankees have scored before the 8th inning in this series. Hammered foul.
Well, you can really tell when you look at body language of a hitter how they're feeling about themselves. You can tell Sanchez right now is locked in.
Yankees playing a day game tomorrow, so obviously DH tonight. He'll be back behind the dish tomorrow.
Strike three, Sanchez down looking, but Stanton steps up. It's a home run the other way, a 2-out, 2-run blast. Yankees 2, Astros coming to bat. Five hitter right fielder Josh Reddick. Alex Bregman at third base will bat 6th. Batting 7th, playing left field, Marwin Gonzalez. Max Stassi, the catcher, is going to bat 8th. Batting 9th and playing center field, it's Derek Fisher.
That lineup for the Houston Astros going to face Luis Severino in the middle of his warm-up tosses. Be his 7th start, 4-1 record, 2.61 ERA. Look at a pitcher scouting report on Severino. He's done a good job this year of limiting the big swings. 3rd in the American League at home runs per 9 innings. And you think of him as a strikeout pitcher, which he is, but gets 50% of his outs on ground balls. And he needs to figure out the Houston Astros. 4 starts, 2 regular season, 2 postseason. The ERA over 7.
Well, the Yankee pitching in this series has been just as outstanding as the Astros pitching. Yesterday was mostly the bullpen, but Sonny Gray pitched well on Monday. The bullpen was outstanding, 8 shutout innings yesterday. Now they pass the baton to Severino. And Springer swings and misses. Outside. Swing and a miss. 2-2, 97 miles an hour. His average fastball this year has been 97.6 miles per hour, and that's good for #1 in big leagues. Noah Syndergaard is 2nd.
It seems to get better as the game goes on.
Yeah, all night long. Steady dose.
Swing and a miss. Overpowered Springer, 1 away. Check out the Yankees defense behind Severino, brought to you by Geico. Stanton's in left, Hicks in center, and Judge over in right. In the infield, it's Andujar, Gregorius, Torres, and Austin, 3rd to 1st. Romine's behind the plate. Severino is on the mound.
This Houston Astro team has gotten off to such a nice start. Their pitching staff is incredible. The numbers are all there, but offensively very inconsistent early on this year. We'll see if Severino can take advantage of that.
Stanton's there to retire Altuve. 2 outs. And that's going to bring up Correa.
This would be a big part of the lineup for Severino, Correa, and Gurriel. Coming up next, combined 9 for 14 against Severino with 5 walks.
Two 2-0 Yankees on the Stanton home run against Keuchel in the top of the first. 1-1. Pumping fastballs.
Yeah, here it is. Let's see what you can do with it.
It's really the command at the top of the strike zone. Severino establishing strikes at the top border and then on above. Strikeout to Springer was a clinic. You know, we tend to think of command for pitchers and fastballs as in and out, but at the top of the zone and being able to go up the ladder, just as important. Alfonso Marquez, the home plate umpire, more of a hitter's umpire. You know, he makes you throw the ball on the plate, and you see average fastball velocity. Numero uno.
Ground ball up the middle. Right there is Gleyber Torres, and Severino works a 1-2-3 first inning against the defending world champions. We played one. It's 2-0 Yanks. Brought to you by Toyota. The Camry Hybrid is the official hybrid vehicle of the New York Yankees. What do you think about April being the first month ever in which there were more strikeouts than hits in Major League Baseball? Moorings 42 said that's just the way the game has become. It's all or nothing with power arms against power hitters. More months like this will happen. There's a ground ball at third. 1 pitch, 1 out as Tyler Austin is retired. Follow Yes Network and tweet us your responses using hashtag Yankees Camry Hybrid. Keep the conversation going. I agree. There's going to be more months like that. That's just the way the game is played now. Strikeouts, walks, and home runs.
It's a continuing trend that really over the last 5 years has accelerated.
In this series alone, in 2 games, the first 2 games, 47 strikeouts and 21 hits. One and two.
You would describe an at-bat against Dallas Keuchel as very, very comfortable. He doesn't overpower you with velocity. He gets you out with location and finesse. And if you're a hitter, and we've seen this, Tyler Austin swinging at the first pitch, Didi being real aggressive early in the count, swinging. You have to maintain your aggressiveness. You can't let him lull you to sleep. Kind of get you out of your A swing.
Keuchel will be a free agent after this season. He's a client of Scott Boras. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Keuchel. And this is not the year to have a rough year.
There's that changeup that just never gets there, and he sets it up throwing the cutters in on the right-hander. You're thinking maybe he's going to do it again, and the changeup never gets there.
Here's Romine. Oh and 1. One and 1.
After watching the power display of Verlander last night, Keuchel, everything moves. Nothing is straight. Right to left movement and left to right. It's kind of the game he plays on both sides of the plate, kind of almost like a little X game, where if it's outside or inside, he has movement both ways, or options to go both ways with the movement.
Right back to Keuchel. He's a Gold Glove winner, tosses to first, and he retires the Yankees in order. We're going to go to the bottom of the second here in Houston. It's 2-0 Yanks. You're doing more. This is not great news for the Yankees. Jordan Montgomery, their young left-hander, placed on the 10-day DL today. Left elbow strain. He's expected to miss 6 to 8 weeks, so you do the math. That's about 10 starts. This season, in 6 starts, 2-0, 3.62. Now, is it Tommy John surgery? No, it's not. It's a flexor strain problem. But, David, this is not something that you just absorb easily. And obviously the Yankees have arms to be the 5th starter, but they lost themselves a pretty good starter.
Oh, they did, a lefty at bat, you know, and that's kind of underrated, the value of the diversity within the rotation, the style that he pitches, and also the fact that he, you know, as a lefty, he can match up well against other left-handed hitters.
The way Aaron Boone put it, it's not the worst news, but it's not the best news. And the worst news would have been Tommy John surgery, and it wasn't that. But losing a pitcher for 6 to 8 weeks is never good. And it's likely too early to swing a deal, so they haven't announced it. The next time that spot comes up in the rotation is Sunday, and it will probably be Domingo Germán.
Well, he's earned it, without a doubt. That young kid was very good last night.
And Boone actually did say it will be Germán, so we will see how he pitches on Sunday.
Well, it'll be fun to watch that start, because we were talking last night. You're out in the bullpen in the first inning. Before you know it, you're in the game, and you just kind of go for it. He pitched so well. Now he's got some time to think about it, David, right? You know, come up with a game plan, maybe overthink things a little bit. We'll see how he reacts. Big opportunity for him.
Yes, knocking on the door. But he has 3 very good pitches. And when he gets them over, they're high quality.
Now, Meredith, you spoke to Domingo Germán. What's his feeling on this?
Well, he welcomes the opportunity, Michael. Obviously, he didn't want to get it by one of his teammates getting injured, but he does believe that he can be a successful starter at this level. Now, he's not completely stretched out right now, probably about 70 to 80 pitches max, but he's looking forward to preparing for the week and getting out there on Sunday. What Aaron Boone said about him was interesting after the game last night. Said Germán just doesn't flinch. He seems like he's really comfortable on the mound, even when he gets in trouble, and we saw that yesterday in the 4th inning with runners on first and second and nobody out.
Didi Gregorius said something interesting after the game as well. He said for him to come in and pitch like that when he wasn't expecting to pitch shows you that he prepares and he's ready, and he says, and it tells you something about him as a pitcher. Now, the Yankees have other people that they can consider if Germán doesn't do well. They have Hale, who rejoined the team today. They have Cole. Justice Sheffield in Double-A pitched a great game yesterday. Chance Adams has struggled a bit at Triple-A so far this year, so they have options, and that's why those options are there. But you never like to lose a pitcher, and they do lose Montgomery for about 2 months. So Gurriel with the ground out to Severino, and now Severino 1-2 on Reddick.
You know, one thing affects another, so you know that the Yankees are looking at potential promotions too within their minor league system. Severino continues to deal and look sharp here early.
Fastball is explosive. The changeup has been good through the first 2 innings. Kind of trying to get a feel for that slider, but here Reddick just overpowered.
.99 miles an hour. The fast pitch speed analytics brought to you by Fios by Verizon. And there's a strike to Bregman. Severino comes into the game 4-1, 2.61. There's a base hit past Austin. Bobbled by Judge, but Bregman just makes a big turn. He'll stop right there.
Oh, it's a good piece of hitting, and again, it's a slider that I think early in this game, David, maybe not high quality yet. And it kind of just spun there in the middle, and Bregman able to drive it the other way. And this is, you know, starting pitchers will come out of the bullpen, and they have to recognize what's working early and what do I need to get better during the game. And if I was looking right now, I'd say the slider will improve as this game moves on.
Gonzalez swings and misses. I'm always curious about this, David. You know, John's saying that the slider's not quite there yet. Is there ever a point in the game, and it's a close game, where the pitcher goes, nope, not going to happen, and stop going to it?
It changes inning to inning. It really can. And for Severino, it's such an important pitch for him that it's not one that you would easily give up on. And no two sliders break the same sometimes. And just because you hang one, you know, doesn't mean you're going to give up on it.
Right.
To me, it was always about, you have a slider you can throw for a strike, as we saw in this particular at-bat, kind of backdooring just to get ahead. And then when you do get ahead, then you expand the zone. Do you have the one that you can look like a strike and then miss the zone? And it's that play off of each other. We talked about it with Sonny Gray as well. Do you have a breaking ball you can get over for a strike, a la El Duque, and then do you have your good one?
Right back to Severino. And that'll do it here in the second. No runs, a hit, no errors, and one man left. Let's go to the third. 2-0 Yankees. There's going to be a special Star Wars theme throughout the night and appearances by some of your favorite Star Wars characters. In addition, the first 40,000 guests in attendance will receive a special Aaron Judge Jedi bobblehead. Now, for tickets, log on to Yankees.com, visit the Yankee Stadium ticket window, Yankees clubhouse shops, or call Ticketmaster at 877-469-9849, and may the 4th be with you. Team playing very well. Going to be interesting to see when they get home. You have a series against the Indians and then the Red Sox. So good stuff coming up in the Bronx. 2-0 Yankees. Gleyber Torres leads off against Dallas Keuchel. Looped into right field. That is going to be a base hit in front of Brennan. So Torres picks up a single to start off the third.
A thing of beauty off a little sinking fastball. Sounded like maybe a broken bat. Just drops it into right field.
The very distinctive clunky sound off the end of the bat.
Aaron Hicks swings and misses. Grounded to third in the first. Pushes a bunt coming on Gurriel, and he makes the play.
He tries to disguise it, waits till the last minute. Actually got a pretty decent pitch to handle for that bunt, trying to push it.
Fly ball, deep right, going back. Reddick still back. And he makes a basket catch on the warning track. Fires to first for a double play. Oh, what a play by Josh Reddick. Goes back, bobbles, makes the play, and then fires to strike as Torres got too far off. Fisher and Springer 8-9-1 for the Astros against Severino. Swings at the first pitch and grounds it to short. Gregorius, one pitch, one out. Let's take a look at how StatCast viewed that catch. Catch probability 40%. And Reddick covered 73 feet. My question to you is, was Torres too far off the bag for a ball that didn't look like it was going to be terribly difficult?
Oh, he was definitely too far off. I mean, it's a read that you're running towards second base, peeking over your shoulder to see if the play is going to be made. But, you know, it's a young player's mistake right there.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to be halfway on that ball. And it almost looked like Reddick overran it. I mean, you assume with Aaron Judge, when he hits it off his bat, it's gonna go.
I was just thinking the same thing. If you look at the flags in center field blowing straight out, and you wonder if the ball maybe died a little bit, you see Torres kind of turns, thinks it's not going to be caught there, takes that extra couple of steps, which is what cost him.
No need for those two steps there. That you don't gain anything by it.
Well, like anything else, school will be in session, right? Somebody will talk to him, and young players sometimes make young mistakes, and you clean them up and you move on.
Swing and a miss. Fisher down on strikes.
You know, David, you talked about this in the open, the body language of an ace, and the way the rhythm he has now. It's get on the mound and attack, get on the mound and attack. Fun to watch.
I like how he's at the top of the zone with 99 miles an hour consistently tonight for strikes, and then just above. It's a great finish pitch right there, up and away.
There's a strike to Springer. Overpowered Springer with fastballs in the first inning. Starts him off with the off-speed pitch there. That's 100 miles an hour fouled back.
Strike throwing machine, full attack mode from Severino. 20 strikes and only 3 balls over the last 23 pitches.
Ground ball to Gregorius. And the tag by Austin, and that will do it. A 1-2-3 inning for Severino. We go to the fourth. It's 2-0 Yankees. Brought to you by T-Mobile. And Didi has been built for baseball since the start of the season. What a month of April. Just named the American League Player of the Month on the heels of the final week of the month being the American League Player of the Week. He did it all. 10 home runs, 30 runs batted in, big hits, curtain calls on the road. Yeah, he has been built for baseball. So in April, 25 games. That includes a couple of games in March. 330, 10 homers, 30 ribbies. On base percentage, 422. Slugging, 739. The AL Player of the Month. Well earned. And just like that, he'll lead off. Keuchel deals. Didi with 2 outs in the first inning. Kind of served a single to left field. The outie scoreboard 2-0. And it's 2-0 for the Yankees because right after Didi's single, Giancarlo Stanton with a home run to right field. A 2-run shot, that's where we are. Keuchel had a 5-pitch third inning. Severino had an 8-pitch third inning.
Well, the Yankees have clearly shown first time through the lineup they're swinging the bat early in the count. We'll see if Keuchel makes a little adjustment. I know he's a strike throwing machine, but you wonder if he'll pitch away from the strike zone a little bit more.
Ground ball to second. Altuve, 1 away.
Well, Giancarlo Stanton jumps ahead in the count, spits on the sinker down, and then goes out and covers this 89-mile-an-hour pitch that's about thigh high and that exit velocity and that projected distance, that is the shortest home run that StatCast has on record for Giancarlo Stanton, noted for his massive home runs, generally speaking.
1-0 for Stanton. It was his 6th home run of the year, now has 17 ribbies. Well, just like in the first inning, he's 2-0.
But the adjustments are now being taken place, right? Everything was away first at bat. First 2 pitches here in. Now going back away.
2-1. First home run he allowed against the Yankees in 62 1/3 innings, and that includes the postseason. So that was an eye-opener. Two. Fly ball left field. That ball is gone. See ya. Back-to-back home runs for Stanton. And it is 3-0 Yankees.
You see the reaction of Stanton. Obviously, a couple of home runs going to give you a big reason to smile. But you love the fact he's able to drive one the other way for his first home run and then react on a cutter in and just hammer it to left field.
Well, he needed this game after 2 rough games to start this series.
Again, first at bat went the other way. Now you just drop the barrel on a cutter that's down and in. Spoke about it earlier. The cutter has been a problem for Keuchel this year, and Stanton hasn't figured out.
Yeah, that one took a seat. Just kind of rolled in there and stopped breaking. Pulled up a chair, and Stanton's going to cover that one at 108.5 miles an hour and 384 feet.
Exit Velo presented by Spectrum Internet with faster download speeds and better performance. Check swing, slow roller. Fielded there by Gurriel, and he flips to Keuchel as Sanchez really didn't run it out.
There's that cutter again, the excuse me swing, and you're right, Gary Sanchez not really busting it down the line.
Well, unless you're hurting, there's really no excuse not to run to first, especially on a ball like that where you have to toss it to the pitcher. Here's Tyler Austin.
Watch Max Stassi behind the plate receive that pitch, and I was kind of surprised Brian McCann not in the lineup today with Severino out on the mound, and I was told that A.J. Hinch doesn't play Brian McCann 3 days in a row. He wants to keep him fresh all year, and Stassi does a good job of receiving down in the zone, which is how technical now the analytics have gotten, that he receives the ball better down, and obviously Keuchel, a pitcher who tries to live down, so A.J. Hinch gives him a catcher who receives the ball better at the bottom part of the zone.
And Austin swings for that one for the final out. Well, Giancarlo Stanton coming into this game and had multiple home runs in 29 games. This is a first inning shot, a 2-run blast. This is the solo shot, 30th time he's done this, and it's given the Yankees a 3-0 lead. 3-0 lead, a 2-run home run, a solo home run by the Yankee left fielder on the Audi scoreboard. 3-zip as we start at the bottom of the fourth. And there's a strike to Altuve. It'll be Altuve, Correa, and Gurriel against Severino. Altuve has a 6-game hitting streak, 9 for 24. This season with 7 home runs on May 2nd. Last season on May 2nd, 7 home runs. And remember, he finished with 59.
It's really been a career trend for him. Notorious slow starter.
Right back to Severino. 1 away. MLB at Bat is your #1 Yankees app. Customize your experience to catch every moment of the season. Get Yankees home screen icons and features such as the MLB.tv Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcasts, stats, news, and more. Download MLB at Bat tonight. There's Carlos Correa. Grounds it foul. Swing and a miss.
I love that camera angle right there. You see that sweeping slider from Severino tonight.
Just thinking the slider has shown up here in the 4th inning. Noticeably better.
You want to face Severino? Here you go. Take a look.
Ground ball, right side. Gleyber Torres from the outfield grass gets Correa for the 2nd out. Here's Yuli Gurriel. Chases a high fastball at 100 miles an hour. 0-1. Quickly 0-2.
Generally, when we talk about the weather of April and the hitters having trouble, well, humidity and heat helps pitchers too. I love the hot weather. Your arm gets a little more loose. And we see it tonight with Severino. It's a warm, humid night here, and he's loose. His best velocity of the year so far.
Swing and a miss. Another strong inning for Severino. He has retired 7 in a row. We played 4. It's been Severino and Stanton. Severino with the zeros, Stanton with the home runs. Pretty amazing stuff by Betts, and we might have an opportunity to see a 3-home run game tonight. Stanton is 67% of the way there. These are the 3-home run games this year. Betts, Encarnacion did it today against Texas. A.J. Pollock of the Diamondbacks, Christian Villanueva. Matt Davidson from the White Sox. The most 3-home run games in a career. 6 by Sammy Sosa. Will Stanton join that crew tonight? And Duhar swings and misses. We start the 5th here in Houston. It's 3-0 Yankees. 2-run home run by Stanton in the 1st. And then a solo shot in the 4th. 1 to right, 1 to left. And neither one of those home runs, the booming type of home runs that are associated with Giancarlo Stanton, but they count the same. The 1 to right, the shortest one measured for Stanton by StatCast according to David. And then the one to the left was a Crawford box home run.
Flash, I get asked this question all the time about confidence in athletes, and you know, some of the best athletes I've been around are the most insecure ones at times. You just see a whole different look on Stanton's face right now, sitting in that dugout.
Soft ground ball, second base, Altuve. 1 away. Let's go back to Bob. You know, you should show us Encarnacion's home runs, Bob. Thank you, Bob. And it's Stanton next. We will find out as we are in the 5th inning, 1 out. And here's Austin Romine. 0-1.
Guess the hot weather affects announcers too. Bob Lorenz with a little extension on that R on that roll.
GMC scoreboard, 3-0 Astros.
Severino's got extension. Lorenz has extension.
Stanton.
3-0 Astros trailing. Yankees trying to take the 2nd game in this series. First 2 games split. The finale of this 4-game set is tomorrow afternoon. And another good pitchers matchup. Lance McCullers Jr. against Masahiro Tanaka. Soft ground ball, a short, lot of soft contact in this game. As Romine is out for the 2nd out. Here's Gleyber Torres. He blooped a single right, then was double up at first base on the Judge fly ball to the warning track in right field. Strike.
It was 90 degrees back in New York today, I heard.
Was it really?
A hot day, almost jumped right to summertime, I hear.
Way out in front, 0-2.
It's Jody Applegate's birthday too, right?
That's right. Happy birthday, Jody.
Happy birthday.
What'd you get her, Michael?
Secret.
It's a secret?
Mm-hmm.
You're not telling?
No.
Better be good. You're on the road.
I'll try. Maybe that's her present. I'm on the road.
There you go. Yeah.
The 0-2. Fly ball right field. Reddick is there to retire Torres, and the Yankees go down in order, 1, 2, 3. The end of 4.5, halfway through, 3-0 Yanks. Stream Yankees baseball on Yes using Fox Sports Go, presented by T-Mobile. A lot of Yankee fans here at the ballpark tonight. Last night as well. GMC scoreboard, Yankees lead 3-0. And Josh Reddick takes outside 1-0.
Throw your changeup 90 miles an hour, you would think that that's too hard, right? But when you throw 100, there's that 10 miles an hour separation off of your fastball.
Yeah, with great command, too, at the bottom of the strike zone. Kind of been a trend for Severino so far this year. We've seen him come out and establish his fastball and a slider early, and then the second to third time through the order, he'll break out that changeup. And very true to form tonight. And you see on the pitches, 39 strikes.
That's ridiculous.
Only 11 balls.
High fly ball, center field. Hicks backs up. He's there. Plenty of room. One away. We go back to Bob Lorenz for another update. Bob? That's just awful news. That's one of the great pitchers in baseball, and you hope that it's not a serious injury. He is really special and fun to watch. And David, to do it hitting, the way pitchers get hurt just throwing the ball, he did it hitting.
Yeah, and that's always the danger for a right-handed pitcher who bats left-handed.
Yeah.
And there's many reasons they don't want you to, because you're throwing almost facing the pitcher as well.
DeGrom swings the bat pretty well. I mean, he goes up there and turns it loose, so you could see maybe, you know, he got fooled on a pitch and got a little too much extension with his pitching arm.
Strike three, Bregman down looking. 99 miles an hour. Boy, Severino dealing tonight.
You look at him just walk off the mound. I mean, this was 3 fastballs, and the last one dots the outside corner.
Yeah, Bregman can complain, but Marquez behind the plate, the home plate umpire, has been very consistent tonight and hasn't called hardly anything off the plate. And this shaves the edge. And Severino, a little bounce in the step.
Yeah, he's feeling it.
Tremendous energy on the mound and presence. If you're a young pitcher at home, copy that.
And you feel that as a hitter when you step in that batter's box and you look at it, a pitcher who's standing there, as Cecil Fielder would say, a little crooked, right? Because he's proud of himself, feeling good.
He's waiting on the hitter.
Yeah.
Ray Miller was a pitching coach for the Orioles back in the day, and his motto was work fast, throw strikes, change speeds. And you know, that's really a great way to go about it, is get on the rubber, toe that slab. He's waiting on the hitter, and he is in full attack mode with all of his pitches.
Goes with the slider, and the count is 2-2. That one just missed inside. That is the first 3-ball count by Severino tonight. And the payoff. Just missed outside. First walk by Severino. He's allowed 1 hit.
Tells you how good he's feeling. He drops a 3-2 slider that comes around the plate, and you start thinking, you got a 3-run lead. Why not come right at him? You're throwing 99, 100, but obviously he thought he had a strike. The confidence to throw at 3-2.
Here's Max Stassi, and there's a strike. Another strike.
It's like a hot shooter in basketball, right? Just give me the ball. Give me the ball. I'm going to light it up. Severino lighting it up right now.
Breaking ball, strike 3. Stassi down looking. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left. We played 5. It's 3-0 Bombers. question. Altuve became the 5th second baseman since 1960 to win the MVP in either league. Who are the other 4? Oh, Joe Morgan out there right away. Aaron Hicks takes outside from Keuchel and checks his swing. 1-0. 3-0 Yankees. Our information guy, James Smythe, sends us this one. Stan has 2 home runs today. It's the 30th game he's had multi-home runs. It's his 1016th Major League Baseball game. The only player with more games at this point of his career with multi-home run games is Ralph Kiner, who had 35 in that many games. Juan Gonzalez also had 30. So he's doing stuff that only one man has bettered him. That's Ralph Kiner.
Is it bad that when you bring up Ralph Kiner, I think about Kiner's corner?
I think about Elizabeth Taylor. Cadillacs. Home run hitters drive Cadillacs?
That's right.
Ralph was quite a character, undoubtedly. Yeah, that was a thrill to be on Kiner's corner, too. You're right. He was a legend.
Did you ever make it on, John?
I did. I made it once. When I was with the San Diego Padres, and my older brother Jay is a huge Met fan. So the idea that I got on Kiner's corner, I think he finally felt I made it.
Ground ball is short. 1 away. Got to bring up Aaron Judge, and he put on a show here in BP. Here's some of the best of what he did. Wow.
Bang, bang, choo-choo train. Dead central.
He reacted like he missed it, too.
Yeah, he did hit the train that's above the wall in left field. Right now it's hidden behind the structure in dead center, but when somebody hits a home run, it pulls out. So 2-1 on Judge. Judge is 0 for 2. The grounder back to Keuchel and then a liner into a double play to right.
All the talk about Gary Sanchez's big home run, and rightly so, last night that broke open the game. But Judge got it started with a laser single in that inning off the closer. 100 Miles Giles.
There's a base hit to right field. That's going to go into the corner plate out there by Reddick. Judge is going for 2, and he's going to make it. So 1-out double for the Yankee right fielder. Now a quick word from Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center.
Memorial Sloan Kettering, changing how the world treats cancer for over 130 years.
Well, we can show all those home runs in batting practice from Aaron Judge, but he has graduated into just a really good hitter now with incredible power. That little sinker running off the plate, no big deal. Just stay right on it. Shoot a little line drive the other way.
Man with a plan.
Yeah. You know, David, you think back to all those pitcher, catcher, scouting report meetings, how you're going to attack a lineup, and there'd be so many guys in the middle. He's got incredible power, but we can make pitches to him. You make a mistake, he's going to hurt you. Now Aaron Judge is that guy that has incredible power, and even when you make good pitches, he's going to put a good swing on you.
2-0 on Gregorius with Stanton on deck.
Some of the best teammates I've ever had were the type, like Aaron Judge has shown a propensity for, is to anticipate the flow of the game along the lines of what you're talking about, Flash. And you can just see Aaron Judge continue to grow and really almost understand what's coming next and predict it and react to it and develop a game plan every at-bat. So much dead time in baseball. It's easy to let your mind wander at times when you're out there on the field. Or the players who can anticipate the flow are the ones that always were dangerous in my mind, especially hitters. From a pitching standpoint, well, you really just see it. You can see him thinking and grinding in the box at a very definite plan against Keuchel tonight. Worked out well. He's drove the ball to right twice and had very good swings.
Turned him loose on 3-0 and he fouled it away. Swing and a miss, 3-2.
That was an interesting pitch for me right there. 3-1 count. If you're Didi, you're trying to drive something, but Keuchel just does not give in. Middle of the plate, down with some movement, uses Didi's aggressiveness against him. Always had that feeling with Jamie Moyer. He's going to give in. He's going to, no, he's not. He's going to keep going to his game plan, his changeup, and Keuchel, same type of guy.
Grounded to first. Nice hop there for Gurriel. He'll step on the bag as Judge moves to third, and that'll bring up Stanton.
Well, he's having a great game. When they approach the first at bat was just stay on that pitch out over the plate and drive it the other way. And then the reaction on the cutter down and in. Incredible bat speed, nice line drive home run. A big smile to go with it.
Showed you earlier, a lot of players have had 3 home run games this year. And Stanton has an opportunity right here. Judge at third. 1-0. Must not be comfortable for a guy leading off third with Stanton up there. See Phil Nevin, the Yankee third base coach, is almost in left field. But Judge not afforded that opportunity. There's a strike. 1-2. Stanton does not like that call.
Keuchel going back to the cutter, but you can see he's elevating it now, trying to stay away from that down and in, and Keuchel got one there.
Very delayed call, too, for Marquez. He thought about it first.
Swing and a miss. Stanton down on strikes. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 3-0 Yanks. second baseman since 1960 to win the MVP in either league. Who are the other four? So Joe Morgan's one. Dustin Pedroia won one. Not even giving me time. Jeff Kent and Ryan Sandberg. Hope you enjoyed our trivia. First pitch swinging by Derek Fisher. He grounds it to short, one away. Severino's been tough, David.
Well, yeah, he's been dominating. I mean, up the ladder with 98 to 100. In and out as well. Razor sharp with his control. Where Romine puts the glove, he hits it. And broke out the changeup and the slider whenever he wants it. Look at the body language, the bounce on the mound. I got this.
Here's Springer. And there's a strike.
A lot of the talk about Severino in spring training was fastball command. We just showed all those highlights there, but you can't do it any better. .99 right on the corner.
On four-seam fastballs, the opponents hit 193 against him. 8th best of the majors. Swing and a miss. Springer down on strikes. And you can read body language now on the Astros. They're walking back to the dugout. What's going on here?
Getting manhandled.
Listen, when you're talking about some of the pitchers in this series, you got Morton, you got Verlander, you got Severino, and you're trying to game plan, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, I just hope they're going to have a bad day. Because if they're locked in and they're on, it's going to be a tough night. And Severino is locked in and he's on. When your bullpen was used for 8 innings last night, I know it's still in good shape. A lot of guys just threw 1 inning, but this is what a #1 starter does. Dominate and go deep into a game. Pitch count is ridiculously low. The 70th pitch coming up here, trying to finish off the 6th inning.
Ground ball to third, backhanded by Andujar. The long throw, not in time. Altuve beat it out.
Well, a good play by Andujar to get there. The backhand, and maybe takes 1 or 2 extra steps. The strong, accurate throw, you love that. But Altuve, who gets so many hits, a lot of infield hits, runs really well down the line. Maybe just a little more sense of urgency, getting rid of it would have made the difference.
Here's Correa. He swings and misses.
Altuve, for a right-handed batter, gets out of the box and down the line as well as anybody in the game.
And that eye blink extends his hitting streak to 7 straight. A strike on the outside corner on the slider. 1-2. Pitch count in great shape. 2 outs into the 6th inning. He's at 73 pitches. Did he go? Yes, he did. Correa down on strikes. No runs a hit. 1 man left. Who's leading off for the Yankees in the 7th? That man. He's hit some bombs of late. Big-time bombs. Game-winning bombs. He'll try to extend the Yankees' lead. He'll lead off as the Yankees lead 3-0. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the aforementioned New York Yankees. Gary Sanchez leads off and takes a strike from Keuchel. Cadillac scoreboard. It's 3-0 Yankees, a 2-run home run and a solo home run by Giancarlo Stanton, the difference in this game. Oh, 2. Well, a tough start his last time out for Keuchel, so they have to feel a little bit better about the way he's pitching. He has given up the 2 home runs, but otherwise he's been very effective. Just a 3-0 deficit as we start the 7th. Shows you there's different ways to succeed. Yesterday, Verlander's foot was directly in the middle of the rubber. You see Keuchel works from the extreme third base side of the rubber. And David, it's all about angles, right?
Angles and style. I mean, a great contrast between power and finesse. Keuchel relies on movement and location.
Swing and a miss. Sanchez down on strikes, 1 away. Well, fans, go to @YesNetwork on Twitter and vote for the Montefiore Doing More Player of the Week. Is it 1, Gary Sanchez, 2, CC Sabathia, 3, Aroldis Chapman? Here's Tyler Austin. Pitch inside. One and 1. Austin's 0 for 2, grounded to third and struck out. .95 pitches and no action in the Astros bullpen. A little pop up to Gurriel, 2 away. And that'll bring up Andujar. Astro pitching last 3 games have had 14 or more strikeouts in each of those games. That ties a franchise record. Oh, it's popped up behind the plate. Stassi sees it go over the screen.
Well, you can almost see Andujar walking out of the box, and you can see the wheels spinning in his head. He's got beat with an 89-mile-an-hour cutter in on the hands, and you start trying to think with Keuchel, and I don't know if that's the smartest approach.
Grounded to third, charging is Bregman, and the throw pulls Gurriel off the bag. It'll be a base hit for Andujar.
Bregman's made such a great play to start off this game defensively. He comes in, charges it. Maybe doesn't have a great grip. Pulls Gurriel off the bag.
He had plenty of time.
Wow, they gave an E5 on that.
That's an E all the way, in my mind.
And for a team that's been fantastic defensively, #1 fielding percentage in all in baseball.
He made the hard play look easy earlier in the game, and that was pretty much of an easy play that he made look hard. And he just kind of yanked the throw a little bit.
Keuchel with the quick move, and Andujar dives back.
Such a good defensive team as you see Rondon getting loose. It's their first error in 13 games. Pitching and defense.
Two and one on Romine. Romine grounded back to the mound, then grounded to short, so he's 0 for 2. Top of the 7th inning here in Texas. It's 3-0 Yanks. Line drive, base hit inside the left field line, and it's going into the corner. Andujar is steaming to third, and it's played well out there by Gonzalez, and it's a double for Romine, and Andujar will stop at third.
We've seen Austin Romine go the other way a lot this year, but he just drops the hammer there, drilling it down the third base line. You're absolutely right, Michael. That was a nice play by Gonzalez, getting to it quickly, keeping Andujar at third.
A combination of Romine kind of looking in and Keuchel leaving that cutter on the plate just enough.
There's Gleyber Torres. He's 1 for 2. Yankees have 6 hits tonight, 4 extra base hits, 2 homers and 2 doubles. Check swing by Torres. In all likelihood, this is Keuchel's last batter. Looped into left field. That ball is going to be caught by Gonzalez. A beautiful play and saved 2 runs. If that hits grass, 2 men score. But it stays Yankees 3, Astros nothing. 7th inning stretch time in Houston. Waiting for a batter to get in the box. Time for the game summary. Brought to you by your local Nissan dealer. 3-6-0 Yanks, 0-2-1. Astros Severino's been great. Keuchel solid. Stanton 2 home runs. Gregorius 1 for 3 with a run scored. And Gurriel swings and misses at the slider, 0-1. Foul back.
Well, if you remember all the way back to the first inning when I was going through the scouting report, you see on our Cadillac scoreboard, Yankees leading 3-0. And an ERA over 7 against the Houston Astros in 4 career starts. So he's figured it out.
Ground ball in the hole, backhanded by Gregorius, not in time. Gurriel beats it out. Once it got past Andujar, it was going to be a base hit.
Well, you are right, Michael, and Duhar, the only one with a real chance for that play.
And there's a strike to Reddick. Missed outside. There's a strike. Lined into left field, it's a base hit for Reddick. First and second, nobody out for the Astros as they threaten for the first time tonight.
Well, he's been dotting that outside fastball to Reddick, and Reddick finally made a little adjustment, shooting it the other way. Take a look at the pitch. Maybe came back a little more middle than I thought. Well, he's been in total control all night. Now he's got a little work to do here in the 7th.
And no small thing there with that hit from Reddick, as Bregman now represents a tying run. One swing of the bat.
That one is caught by Gleyber Torres. An outstanding play for the first out. Great range and holding on.
That's what we've noticed at second base, the range. Able to go to his right, to his left, a strong throwing arm. Bregman thinks he has a base hit, and Gleyber Torres a good jump off of the bat, full extension. Nice play.
Bit of a jam shot off of Bregman's bat, but nonetheless, a great read from Torres.
Gonzalez fouls it back.
Put a hashtag on Twitter, Flash, under the moniker Gleyber Good. Yeah, Gleyber
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Oh, 0-2. Astros 1 for 15 with runners in scoring position this series.
Conversely, the Yankees pretty good in that situation as well, leaving them stranded.
Swing and a miss. Big strikeout of Marwin Gonzalez. 2 away.
And Luis Severino showed how excited he was after that pitch. First swing of the at-bat was a quality swing. And after that, Severino got nasty.
That ball was a strike the whole way until the end. That's how you get swings like that. That ball's in the middle for a long time. At the last minute, darting off the plate down and in.
Brian McCann is going to pinch hit for Max Stassi. And there's a strike. Soft ground ball, played there by Tyler Austin. He flips to Severino, who works out of trouble, and he is pumped up. No runs, 2 hits, 2 men left. Let's go to the 8th inning. 3-0 Yanks. Yankees close out the 4-game set with the Astros in a weekday matinee. Our coverage will start at 1 with Audi batting practice today in the Chevy Yankees pregame. Then we'll call all the action of the series finale. It's right here on Yes and streaming on Fox Sports Go. What a fun series this has been. 2-1 game 1, 4-0 last night, 3-0 Yankees tonight, and tomorrow it'll be Tanaka against McCullers. First pitch right around 2:05. Our coverage will begin at 1 on Yes. New pitcher is Hector Rondon, and he's pitching to Brian McCann. Hicks at the plate. First pitch swinging, fly ball, left field, and in the seats, out of play. Good numbers for Rondon, and the Yankees finally get to Keuchel. They had never had a home run against the Astros left-hander, and in back-to-back at-bats, Stanton has a 2-run shot in the first and a solo shot in the 4th. Hyundai scoreboard, 3-0 Yanks.
Took the new guy to do it, right?
Yeah, he didn't know any of those numbers we were talking about.
Meaningless to him. Stanton heard. He heard, what do you mean we haven't homered off a Keuchel? Hold my beer. I got this.
Fly ball down the left field line, and it's going to be a base hit. Gonzalez will have to play it in the corner. Hicks with a leadoff double. See if the Yankees could give either Severino or the bullpen a little breathing room. 3-0, still a tight game. Yankees 2 for 10 with runners in scoring position this series. And the pitch to Judge is a strike. One and one. Judge doubled his last time up. He's 1 for 3. Gregorius is on deck. Rondon wants another ball.
Let's see what Aaron Judge is thinking here. Obviously, you'd love to add on the situational hitting department. You should be thinking right field. Advance Aaron Hicks to third. But you also have a run producer in Aaron Judge, so you're thinking drive in that run.
1 and 2. We are in the 8th inning. Severino dealing, allowing 4 hits and no runs over 7. Keuchel lasted 7, and Rondon comes in to start the 8th and promptly served up a double of Hicks. Soft ground ball. Hicks cannot advance. Correa gets Judge. 1 down. Here's Didi Gregorius.
We talked about Didi Gregorius, and Meredith Marakovitz mentioned it in the pregame. You know, the Player of the Month award is a nice deal. Looks good on the resume. You know, those are hard awards to win. I mean, that's a lot of players that had good months, but Didi Gregorius is the winner. 2018 April Player of the Month.
Last Yankee to win the April Player of the Month was Robinson Cano, as we mentioned earlier, in 2010. And Gregorius gets the win over a guy like Mookie Betts, who's had a great month of April for the Red Sox.
Mitch Haniger out in Seattle had a great month for April too, a breakout month.
Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw to third. Not in time. Stolen base for Hicks.
Good read.
You get a look at that great jump, and Brian McCann just coming in the game. Throw is accurate, but a little late. Huge play right there for Didi Gregorius, now trying to pick up another run.
6 or 7 steps before the ball was delivered home or got to home. Higher degree of difficulty with Gregorius batting left-handed. McCann a free run to third base.
Infielders in 1-2 count on Gregorius. Strike 3. Gregorius down looking, 2-away. And that's going to bring up Stanton. So we have the AL MVP and the NL MVP in the same ballpark. And as you can see, MVPs come in shapes and sizes of differing and varying levels. Stanton, 2 home runs and 3 ribbies in 3 at-bats. One and one. Such a dangerous stacked lineup. You know, the guy has 2 home runs. You would think, well, let's pitch carefully to him. But on deck is Gary Sanchez, so it's very unforgiving. Hard to pitch around people. Late strike call, 1-2. Two and two. Hicks is on third. He opened the inning with a double. Stole third. And now with 2 outs, infield is obviously back in a 2-2 count on the cleanup hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. Line the other way, fair ball, it's trouble. It's a fair ball. Bounces into the seats. For a double, a run will score. Another ribby for Stanton, and the Yankees lead 4-0.
What a great night for Stanton, the 2 home runs against the lefty Keuchel, and now being able to stay in there against the right-hander, and a good pitch location-wise out over the plate. Stanton able to cover it and drive it the other way. Huge 2-out RBI double.
You know, that did not bounce into the seats. It hit off the high part of the wall, so it was in play. And you'll see Reddick will play it. But it's a ribby and a double nonetheless. So all 4 runs driven in by Stanton. Here's Sanchez. 1-0.
Yankees just needed 2 guys to get off the bus tonight so far. Severino and Stanton. Got this one covered.
Well, we were talking about Stanton last night and his at-bats and kind of off balance, falling back on his heels a little bit. And that at-bat right there against Rondon, that might be a really good sign for him. Right on right, able to stay in there and drive it the other way.
Good play coverage. Reached out. Ball outside the zone, off the plate.
David Robertson is up. 3-1. Neil Walker on deck. He will pinch hit for Austin. And on that last play of the bottom of the 7th, when Austin made the dive for the ground ball, looked like he was shaken up just a bit. That could be why Walker is pinch hitting, or about to pinch hit. And this is that play. And after that play, walked off very slowly. Did he go? No, he did not. So, Sanchez walks. And A.J. Hinch is going to go to his bullpen. Walker was about to come up, and Colin McHugh will come in. So Keuchel started. Rondon started the 8th, gave up a run, got 2 outs, leaves runners on first and second, and McHugh will come in to face Walker. So Colin McHugh will come in as Stanton towers over Altuve, the reigning MVPs, one in the National League, one in the American League. They have their talk, and now McHugh is going to face the pinch hitter Neil Walker. And McHugh also, as everyone in that bullpen, has really good numbers. This is his 9th game, 17 strikeouts in 10 and 2/3 innings, just 2 walks. The shift is on for Walker. 3 infielders on the right side. And he hits a fly ball to right field. On the run is Reddick, and he runs out of room. Did he go? Yes, he did, in the count 0-2.
That's what McHugh is known for, that big power breaking ball, and a nice job by McCann blocking, keeping it in front. Neil Walker trying to get it going a little bit here, a little pinch hit appearance, and playing time is diminished quickly finds himself behind in the count, 0-2.
One and two.
Little fastball for show right there, probably back to the curveball again. And you're dead on, Flash. That's why he was brought in. I mean, Rondon has great stuff, above average, but A.J. Hinch liked the curveball matchup against Walker.
Four 4-0 Yankees. Third game of this four-game set. These two teams will split the first two. The series finale tomorrow afternoon. Our coverage will start at 1 on, yes, game time around 2. 2-2. Nice play. Correa gets Walker, and that will do it here in the 8th. But the Yankees get a run on 2 hits and 2 men left on base. We're going to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. This kept it at 4-0. A sparkler by Correa. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Hyundai scoreboard, 4-0 Yankees. Luis Severino, a 4-hit shutout through 7, and he comes out to pitch the 8th. And he will face Derek Fisher, who's 0 for 2 to start it off. And that's the 88th pitch for Severino. 0-1. I'll tell you what, we know that in this analytical world, you don't want starters to face a team third time through. I don't think that applies to the guy on the mound.
I agree, Michael. Yes, especially the way he retains his velocity, his overall repertoire.
Well, pay attention to this inning. In the 7th, he really had to work, and he showed some emotion. That looks fine. 99 right on the outside corner, down and away.
Third time through the order, he actually gets better than the second time through at 215. He's tough whenever you face him. His first pitch of the night could be 99, and his 105th pitch could be 100. Neil Walker is taken over at first base. No action in the Yankee bullpen. Yankee bullpen had to give the Yankees 8 innings yesterday. So he is just what the Yankees needed. Now, no one was blown out because Herman, who's going to pitch on Sunday and replace of the injured Montgomery took 4 innings off that load, and then 4 pitchers took an inning apiece, so nobody was really overextended to make up for the loss of Montgomery.
All right, David, here you go. 4-0 lead, number 9 hitter in the order, 3-2 count, fastball away, right? See what you can do with it.
Get some plate with it.
He did. Strike 3.
I was thinking middle away, but if you want to dot the outside corner, that's fine too.
That's how it's going for him tonight. He just turns it loose and it finds the corner. I mean, look at Romine's glove, right to it. That's nice to catch that, right, Flash? I mean, you don't even have to move your glove.
Makes you look good.
Here's George Springer. He does not look good. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. 0-1, 100 miles an hour on his 94th pitch.
There has to be a feeling if you're Springer and you step in that batter's box and you turn around and he's already looking at you, Severino, and just threw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, your 4th at bat.
High fly ball. Center field. Hicks is there and puts it away for the 2nd out. Well, Tuesday night, Yes's Emmy-nominated docuseries Homegrown, The Path to Pinstripes is back. Don't miss this real-life, behind-the-scenes look at the Scranton Rail Riders and see top prospects like Gleyber Torres get the call of a lifetime. Catch the return of Homegrown Tuesdays at 11, only on Yes. Every player remembers that call, and you'll get to experience it with Gleyber Torres. And there's a strike to Jose Altuve. Popped up on the right side. Gleyber Torres makes the play. And a 1-2-3 8th inning for Luis Severino, making it look easy. Live and over 300 hours of coverage. The world's biggest sporting event begins June 14th on Fox and FS1. Now we go to the 9th inning. Miguel Andujar leads off, and the first pitch is upstairs, 1-0. Andujar is 0 for 3 tonight. 4-0 Yankees. So, David, do you let Severino pitch the ninth?
Absolutely.
Well, there's your answer. 1-1. John, you agree?
I agree.
It's a throwback night. Your point was very good last inning, Michael, in terms of the effort that the bullpen had to do last night. This is a throwback night. With the way he's acted tonight, how badly he wants it, Severino that is, and his body language.
Fly ball into center field. Fisher's there, 1 away.
You give it to him. It's a reward in my mind. He deserves the opportunity to go out there, and probably is your best chance right now, the way he's mowing through the lineup. Any trouble, you got Chapman ready to go.
And his next start would be with an extra day of rest, because Cleveland comes into New York for 3 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. See A.J. Cole up. Monday is an off day, first off day after 18 straight games, and then Boston comes to town. He would pitch May 8th against the Red Sox.
In case you were wondering, relax, Yankee fans. A.J. Cole's just getting some work in down there. He's not coming in.
Who wants that opportunity for a complete game shutout as well? Austin Romine. Take a little pride in working with a starting pitcher, get him through 9 shutout.
Swing and a miss as Romine down on strikes. He is 1 for 4, has a double for his day, and also doing a great job behind the plate.
And there are some nights as a catcher where you feel proud of kind of getting a pitcher through an outing. This isn't one of those nights. He's just along for the ride. Severino's been that good.
Torres swings and misses. Torres 1 for 3. Severino stalking in the dugout, ready to go. He has had that look the entire night. Now, we don't put much stock anymore in wins for pitchers, but he pitched better than 14 wins last year. If he wins tonight, he's 5-1. Also, since the start of 2017, he has 19 starts of 0 or 1 runs allowed, or 1 run allowed, and that's the most in Major League Baseball. Trying to get number 20. 1-2. Fouled away. And the pitch. Rip foul. Correa, Gurriel, and Reddick due up in the bottom of the 9th inning. 3, 4, and 5 in the order. Fly ball, left field, going to be a tough play. It's going to dunk in there for a base hit. So Gleyber Torres gets his 2nd hit of the night.
He has 2 hits tonight, hasn't hit either of them particularly hard, but the one thing he does, he keeps that bat head through the strike zone for a long time, so the ability to get fooled and hit some tough pitches. And this is a tough pitch, breaking ball down, and just kind of keeps that bat head moving in the right direction and picks up another base hit.
He can go down and dig it out. A couple of pitches down in the zone that are 9 times out of 10 ground balls. He gets on, he goes down and digs it. Gets some elevation on those low pitches.
Here's Hicks. He's 1 for 4 as Torres hustles back. The other day, Torres stole his first base, and he became the youngest Yankee to steal a base since Bobby Mercer in 1966. One and 0 on Hicks. Slow roller. Correa just gets Hicks for the final out. So the shift was on, Correa charged, and with a strong arm, he got the speedy Hicks for the final out. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Severino trying for the complete game. Stay tuned.
.60 career starts. He's never had a complete game. He's going for it tonight. And this is the reason why. Gas upstairs, right on by. How about a changeup too? Oh yeah, I got that one. I'm about to snap one off too when I need to. How about that? Lock him up on the inside corner and then right on by up and in. I mean, when you've got 3 pitches that work like this, it's death on hitters. You don't know what to look for. And when you got a guy with a demeanor like that on the mound, watch out.
He's at 98 pitches, and he's going to face 3, 4, and 5 in the Astros order, starting with Carlos Correa. Yankees have held down a powerful, explosive Astros offense 2 straight games, and they've done it in different ways. Pitch is low, 1-0, 98 miles an hour on his 99th pitch. Chapman is ready just in case.
Severino has thrown 112 pitches in a game this year against the Toronto Blue Jays.
Right back to Severino. That'll be the first out. He's fielded his position well. And that's only part of the story.
Really one of the first times he's gotten behind in the count, and Correa hits a nice ground ball right back up the middle. And I mentioned the 112 pitches this year for a career. The most he's thrown in a game is 116.
So he's at 101 right now to face Gurriel. And he's helping out by swinging at the first pitch, and he fouls it back 100 miles an hour on the 102nd pitch. Gurriel is 1 for 3 tonight.
David, how does that happen? I mean, you got to be fatigued, don't you?
Fly ball, right field. Judge is there, and Severino is an out away.
It's just a gift.
Absolutely a gift. You know, Severino is a fantastic athlete. You don't think of that, you know, he's not 6'5", you know, I mean, with the athletes on this roster, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, you look around, you know, he's 6 feet tall, 6'1", but he's in great shape, and he is underrated in terms of just his athleticism.
There's Josh Reddick, and a pitch outside, 1-0. Fly ball left field, backing up Stanton, and he's going to play it off the wall. He'll get the carom, and it'll be a double for Reddick to keep the Astros alive. And I think that Stanton punched out a panel in the scoreboard.
Not yet.
So here's Bregman. Reddick keeps it alive. He's had 2 hits of the 5 allowed by Severino. A single and now the double. Bregman 1 for 3. And a strike. And the 1-1. 1 strike away.
Steps off the mound, takes a big deep breath. He's thrown 3 fastballs. I don't know why you would go to anything else, right?
Right at the top of the zone, maybe a little higher. Up the ladder, it's worked well all night for him.
Crowd of 31,617, many of them standing, many Yankee fans. And the 1-2. Foul back, he stays alive.
Good execution like you talked about, fastball elevated, and a pretty good swing by Bregman. That swing would have gotten my attention.
Yes, might get you off the fastball.
Yeah.
One more razor blade slider, possibly.
Coming up, the 110th pitch of the night, but Severino wants to talk it over with Romine and make it count.
It means something for a young pitcher, even in today's game. We mentioned it, and Jack Curry gave me the tip on social media that he's never had a complete game. This is his 60th career start. He wants it.
The 1-2. This should do it. Fly ball right field. Judge is there. A masterpiece for Luis Severino. A 5-hit shutout of the Houston Astros, and the Yankees win 4-0. David, you can't pitch much better than that.
No, I mean, it's just a pleasure to watch a young man with that kind of arsenal go about it the way he went about it, Flash. I mean, just dominating from top to bottom, and his demeanor on the mound, superlative.
Well, I'll tell you what, fastball command was there right from the first inning. The changeup was there right from the first inning, but the slider